welcome to another episode of Black People Kind News, and we're going to be having a special episode today. It's going to be entitled A Cast of Predators. This is about That 70s Show. Now, if you're unaware, your boy Danny Masterson, he has been not only convicted, but he's been sent to prison for 30 years. For 30 years, Danny Masterson has been sent to prison, and now the question becomes, why hasn't this been bigger news on TikTok? Can anyone figure out why? I'm just curious. Why was this not bigger news on TikTok? After Danny Masterson's conviction, the cast and crew of That 70s Show asked the judge for leniency. Now, this isn't during the conviction hearing because the conviction hearing has already taken place. No, this is after the conviction hearing. This is sentencing. Danny Masterson is being asked to be given leniency. The white Hollywood star is being given leniency by the cast and crew of That 70s Show. You know, that's very fascinating. What is the Church of Scientology's position on this? What is the white community's position on this? What is the Hispanic community's position on this? Because it's not just the white community we gotta talk about here. It's not just the white community. Wilmer Valderrama is also an alleged predator. Did you know that, guys? Did you know that Wilmer Valderrama is actually accused of that? He has a history of dating women much younger than him. Wilmer Valderrama has a history of dating women who's much younger than him. I'm shocked that this was not all over TikTok, along with Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher. Did you know that Ashton Kutcher, he has a history of that too? We're gonna talk about this, man. We want to have a conversation about this. Danny Masterson victim shares clip of Ashton Kutcher talking about kissing a 14-year-old Mila Kunis. Oh, Ashton Kutcher is out here doing something inappropriate with somebody who's under the age of 18. So it seems that we have a cast of predators here. It's not just Danny Masterson, it's also allegedly, certainly appears to be Ashton Kutcher and Wilmer Valderrama. But you want to tell me about how toxic and how bad black men are? Oh, okay. Let's have a conversation about this. Chrissy Bixler outed herself as one of Danny Masterson's victims in November of 2017. She joined actress Bobette Reales and two anonymous women in filing a lawsuit against Masterson and the Church of Scientology in 2019. And on Saturday, she posted a series of interviews with Ashton Kutcher in which he revealed Masterson bet him $10 to French kiss a then 14-year-old Mila Kunis when Kutcher was 19. Oh, but you want to tell me about how toxic black men are? Oh. By the time the first episode of That 70s Show aired, putting together Kutcher and Kunis as then fictional love interests, Kutcher was 20. One of the clips in a 2002 episode of The Rosie O'Donnell Show, where Kutcher and Kunis appeared together, Kutcher admitted to O'Donnell that he and Kunis were told they would be kissing a lot, and he wondered if this is slightly illegal due to her age.
You know what's funny is when she was 14 when we started the show. I was like 19, right?
Right.
And they're like, okay, you guys are going to be making out in this scene. And I'm like thinking like, wait, this is like slightly illegal,
say, that's
right?
probably your first kiss ever, right?
It was my first kiss. What if someone bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss.
No,
This was like a second or third kiss.
It was the first. It was like the first week.
No, it was not the first week.
Whatever. Let me tell you what happened.
No, let me tell you what happened.
No. Okay.
They're joking about this. Something that would usually get you put behind bars, they're joking about this. They're joking about this. Ha 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 ha. Hee hee hee. Ho ho ho. Ah. But you want to mention Britgate to me. While you're on TikTok and while you're on YouTube, while you on Twitter, X, Reddit, Facebook, at the beauty parlor with your friends and family, dinner table, discussing a clip of a woman allegedly getting hit by a brick. This is what you were ignoring. Because nothing motivates people like going against a black man. Nothing motivates anyone out there on planet Earth like going against a black man. So it was easy to get people to go against a black man. But I want you to notice the suspicious lack of TikTok streams and YouTube videos and TikTok videos about this stuff. The suspicious lack of it. Fascinating standards that black men are held to. But see, we're going to get deeper into this. We're going to have a good discussion about this. No, we're going to talk about this. This is the same Mila Kunis right here, same one, who had so much to say about Kyrie Irving. So you can speak up when it comes time to demonize an innocent black man because all he did was share a freaking tweet. That's it. Mila Kunis are among the more than 200 celebrities and entertainment executives who have signed an open letter calling on Amazon and Barnes & Noble to remove the anti-film off of Amazon from their respective platforms. You didn't want Danny Masterson to be removed from freedom after he was convicted. I want to remind you, I don't want people to misstate this or talk around this. I want to highlight this. They didn't send the letters to try to help this man during the conviction. It was during sentencing, because the second line wouldn't make any sense if that were not the case. Despite the character references, Masterson was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. After Danny Masterson's conviction, That 70s Show cast and crew asked judge for leniency. And you're talking to me about Britgate. You're talking to me about Britgate, but this was going going on during sentencing. The judge overseeing Danny Masterson's criminal case handed the actor the maximum allowable sentencing, resisting calls from nearly 50 of his family, friends, and colleagues to allow him to serve his prison term concurrently rather than consecutively. Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, Kurtwood Smith, Deborah Rupp, and David Traynor, all of whom worked alongside Masterson in That 70s Show, wrote to the court as character references urging Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Charlene Olmedo to offer Masterson leniency in letters dated between July and August after I want to highlight this part right here. In letters dated between July and August after he was convicted in May. They mostly touted his commitment to discouraging the use of illegal substances. I want to highlight something real quick. Look at what this man was convicted of and what he was sent to prison for. I want you to take a moment to read that, encapsulate it, capture that in your mind. Just burn that into your memory, just for a quick 5 or 6 seconds. Now I'm going to go down here and I want to highlight this part. I want you to see that part. They mostly touted his commitment to discouraging the use of illegal substances. So they tried to defend this man against, once again, you remember what I told you to burn it into your memory just for 5 or 6 seconds. Defend this man against that, against being sent to prison for the rest of his life for that, with multiple victims. And there's more victims out there allegedly that we just don't know about. And they wanted to defend him because he discourages the use of illegal substances. And this was not all over TikTok.
What if someone bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss.
No,
It was like
go ahead.
I want you to see how jovial, how happy everybody is, how everyone's just making light of it.
second or third kiss.
It was the first. It was like the first week.
No, it was not the first week.
Whatever. Let me tell you what happened.
No, let me tell you what happened.
No. Okay, so I've never kissed a guy. So I was so. I mean, Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life.
Sure.
And he was very.
Let's rewind that.
Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life.
Sure.
And he was very nice.
Ashton Kutcher, she said he was an attractive guy. She was 14. She was scared, but he's a nice guy. In any other context, what are we calling this? What are we calling Rosie O'Donnell at this point? I want to replay this.
You know what's funny is when she was 14 when we started the show. I was like 19, right?
Right.
And they're like, okay, you guys are going to be making out.
Keep in mind they got married. So whatever happened on that set of the show is what led to them getting married. Whatever happened in their lives coincided so much that they got married.
In this scene. And I'm like thinking like, wait, this is like slightly
I was
illegal,
gonna say, that's
right?
probably your first kiss ever, right?
He was my first kiss. What if someone bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss.
No,
It was
go
like a
ahead,
second or
Ashton.
third kiss.
It was the first. It was like the first week.
No, it was not the first week.
Whatever. Let me tell you what happened.
No, let me tell you what happened.
No. Okay, so I've never kissed a guy. So I was so. I mean, Ash was attractive, and I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life.
Sure.
And he was very nice about it. He was like, "Oh, don't worry." So I was like, "Okay." Then Danny goes and goes, "Dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her." What do you think?
Danny Masterson, the man who is now convicted and sent to prison.
I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her. What do you think? Stick your tongue in my mouth or some?
What? No.
Danny Masterson, who is now in prison for the rest of his life, he bet this man $10 that he wouldn't French kiss someone who's under the age of 18, who said she was scared, but that he was a nice guy. He's a bigger celebrity, guys. Rich white celebrity, it's okay. So what you're telling me is that this isn't just some isolated case. We are dealing with a legitimate cast of predators. Wilmer Valderrama, who was also on That 70s Show, has a history too. How about Mandy Moore? They met when she was 15, and around age 16, they were dating. Mandy Moore, yeah. He said that he was her first. He said it on the Howard Stern Show. We're dealing with a legitimate cast of predators here. A legitimate cast of predators, and not just predators, but also enablers. A cast of predators and enablers. And apologists.